Did you know that women are more likely to remember emotional events vividly? Or that their brains have larger emotion processing centers than men's? These differences are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to understanding women's psychology. In this video, we'll dive into some surprising and fascinating facts about how women think and behave. Here's a shocking fact. Studies show that women are better at multitasking, not just by a little, but by a whopping 70% more efficiency in task switching compared to men. Also, women's intuition isn't just a myth. Research indicates they're more accurate in reading non-verbal cues and facial expressions. Are you curious about why women are often seen as more empathetic leaders? Or why they might remember your birthday better than you remember theirs? We'll explore these intriguing questions and reveal the science behind them. We'll also share some practical tips on how women can leverage these unique strengths in daily life. Get ready to uncover the secrets of women's brains and learn how these insights can enhance your personal and professional relationships. Stay tuned to discover the amazing ways women's psychology shapes their world and ours. Chapter 1. Unveiling the female brain. How women process emotions differently. Have you ever wondered why women seem more in touch with their emotions? It's not just a stereotype. Women's brains actually process emotions differently than men's. According to Dr. Luann Brizendini in her book, The Female Brain, women have larger and more active emotion processing centers. This means they can experience and express emotions more vividly. It's fascinating to see how this difference plays out in everyday interactions. A unique fact is that women often use more regions of their brain when discussing feelings. This is why they can sometimes articulate emotions better. For instance, the amygdala, which handles emotions, is more active in women when recalling emotional experiences. This might explain why women often remember details of emotional events more clearly. Understanding these differences can improve communication. Knowing that women process emotions intensely can help men be more empathetic listeners. It's also useful for women to recognize this in themselves, allowing them to navigate their emotional landscape more effectively. Women's brains are wired for empathy. They are naturally more attuned to the emotions of others, which is a great strength in building relationships. Dr. Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, notes that women excel in areas requiring empathy and social skills. These are key components of emotional intelligence. Embracing this can lead to stronger, more harmonious connections in both personal and professional settings. By appreciating these unique brain functions, we can foster better understanding and cooperation between genders. Chapter 2. The Power of Intuition. Why women are often seen as more intuitive. You've probably heard about women's intuition. It's not just a myth. Studies show that women are often more intuitive than men. In Malcolm Gladwell's Blink, he explains that intuition is rapid cognition, where decisions are made in the blink of an eye. Women seem to excel in this area, particularly in social situations. This heightened intuition is linked to women's ability to read non-verbal cues. Women are often better at interpreting facial expressions and body language. This skill is incredibly useful in understanding unspoken emotions and intentions. One study from the University of Cambridge found that women are better at reading subtle facial expressions, which enhances their intuitive abilities. Using intuition effectively can be a game changer in decision-making. Women can trust their gut feelings, especially when quick judgments are necessary. This can be particularly beneficial in leadership roles. Female leaders can leverage their intuition to navigate complex social dynamics and make informed decisions. A unique quote from Gavin de Becker's book, The Gift of Fear, highlights this. Intuition is always right in at least two important ways. It is always in response to something, and it always has your best interest at heart. Women should embrace their intuitive strengths and use them to their advantage. Trusting intuition can lead to better outcomes in various aspects of life, from personal relationships to professional endeavors. Chapter 3. Multitasking Masters. The myth and reality behind women's multitasking abilities. The idea that women are better multitaskers is widespread. But is it true? Research suggests that women might indeed have an edge in multitasking. A study published in BMC Psychology found that women are more efficient at switching between tasks than men. This can be attributed to differences in brain structure and function. However, it's important to note that multitasking isn't always beneficial. It can lead to increased stress and reduced productivity. Women need to recognize when multitasking is necessary and when it's more effective to focus on one task at a time. A balanced approach can enhance productivity and well-being. Interestingly, Women's multitasking abilities may stem from their roles in evolution. Historically, women managed various household tasks simultaneously while caring for children. This adaptability has been passed down through generations, making modern women adept at juggling multiple responsibilities. In his book, Deep Work, Cal Newport argues that single tasking can lead to higher quality work. Women can benefit from this insight by scheduling dedicated time for deep, focused work. This strategy can help them accomplish more with less stress. Ultimately, women should leverage their natural multitasking skills when appropriate, but also recognize the value of focused attention. By finding the right balance, women can maximize their efficiency and maintain their well-being. Chapter 4: Social Savvy. How women excel in reading social cues. Women often excel in reading social cues, a skill that can make a big difference in social interactions. They are generally better at interpreting body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. This ability stems from both biological and social factors. According to Dr. Barbara and Dr. Alan Pease in The Definitive Book of Body Language, women are more attuned to subtle changes in expressions and gestures, which helps them understand others' emotions better. This skill is incredibly useful in both personal and professional settings. For instance, in a business meeting, a woman might notice the slight discomfort of a colleague through their body language, allowing her to address concerns before they become bigger issues. By being more aware of these non-verbal signals, women can navigate social dynamics more effectively and build stronger relationships. A unique fact is that this heightened awareness starts early. Studies have shown that baby girls tend to look at faces longer than boys, indicating an early interest in social interactions. This early development of social skills continues to grow, making women adept at managing and understanding social relationships throughout their lives. To leverage this strength, women can practice active listening and observation. Paying close attention to the people around them can provide valuable insights into their emotions and intentions. By honing these skills, women can enhance their interpersonal relationships and become more effective communicators. Chapter 5: Stress Responses. Fight, flight, or tend and befriend. When it comes to stress responses, women often react differently than men. While men typically exhibit the fight or flight response, women are more likely to tend and befriend. This concept, introduced by Dr. Shelley Taylor in her book, The Tending Instinct, suggests that women cope with stress by nurturing others and seeking social connections. This response is rooted in biology. The hormone oxytocin, which promotes bonding and reduces stress, plays a significant role in this process. During stressful times, women's bodies release more oxytocin, encouraging them to seek support from friends and family. This can be incredibly effective in reducing stress and promoting well-being. Understanding this can help women manage stress more effectively. By recognizing their natural tendency to connect with others during stressful periods, women can actively seek out supportive relationships. This strategy can provide emotional comfort and practical help, making stressful situations more manageable. A unique fact from a study published in Psychological Science found that women who spent time with friends and family during stressful times had lower cortisol levels, a stress hormone. This highlights the importance of social support in stress management. By leveraging their natural tendencies, women can create a supportive network that helps them navigate life's challenges with resilience. Chapter 6: Communication Styles. Decoding the subtle nuances of women's speech. Women often have distinctive communication styles that set them apart. They tend to use more detailed and emotional language, which can foster deeper connections. According to Deborah Tannen in her book, You Just Don't Understand: Women and Men in Conversation, women's communication often emphasizes empathy and understanding, whereas men's communication might focus more on status and independence. This difference can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, but it also offers unique advantages. Women's empathetic communication can create a more supportive and collaborative environment. In professional settings, this can enhance teamwork and foster a positive workplace culture. One interesting fact is that women are more likely to use inclusive language, such as we and us, which can make conversations feel more cooperative. This approach can be particularly effective in leadership roles, where building a sense of community and shared purpose is crucial. To maximize these strengths, women can focus on honing their communication skills. Practicing active listening and empathy can further enhance their ability to connect with others. Additionally, being aware of potential gender differences in communication styles can help women navigate interactions more smoothly. Chapter 7: Memory Marvels. Why Women Remember More Details. Women often have a knack for remembering details, especially emotional ones. This ability can be traced back to the way their brains process information. According to research published in Neuropsychology, women tend to use both hemispheres of their brains when encoding memories, which enhances their recall abilities. Interestingly, this memory advantage is particularly strong when it comes to autobiographical memories. Women are better at recalling personal experiences and the emotions associated with them. This can be a powerful tool in both personal and professional settings. For example, remembering a colleague's birthday or an important detail from a past meeting can foster stronger relationships and demonstrate attentiveness. One unique fact is that women's superior memory for details is linked to higher estrogen levels, which enhance neural connectivity. This biological advantage means women can often recall intricate details more vividly. To leverage this strength, women can practice techniques like journaling to keep track of important events and emotions. In her book, The Female Brain, Dr. Luann Brizendini explains that this detailed memory helps women maintain social bonds by remembering significant events in others' lives. By capitalizing on this natural ability, women can build and maintain stronger connections with friends, family, and colleagues. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful relationships. Chapter 8: Emotional Contagion: How Women Influence Group Dynamics. Emotional contagion is the phenomenon where emotions spread from one person to another. Women, with their heightened empathy and social awareness, are often at the center of this process. This can be a powerful tool for influencing group dynamics and creating a positive environment. Studies show that women are more likely to be emotional leaders in groups, subtly setting the tone for others. According to research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, women's emotional expressions can significantly impact the mood and behavior of their peers. This can be particularly useful in team settings, where fostering a positive atmosphere is crucial. One strategy to harness this power is to consciously project positive emotions. Smiling, showing enthusiasm, and expressing gratitude can lift the spirits of those around you. By being aware of the impact your emotions have on others, you can create a more supportive and motivated team environment. A unique fact from Dr. Daniel Goleman's Emotional Intelligence highlights that women are often better at recognizing and managing emotions, both their own and others. This ability can be used to diffuse tensions and resolve conflicts more effectively. By leveraging their emotional intelligence, women can lead by example and inspire others to adopt a more positive and cooperative attitude. Chapter 9: Leadership and Empathy: The Unique Strengths Women Bring to Leadership Roles. Women bring unique strengths to leadership roles, particularly through their empathetic approach. Empathy allows leaders to understand and connect with their team, fostering trust and collaboration. According to a study by the Hay Group, companies with more women in leadership positions perform better financially, often because of these empathetic qualities. One strategy for women leaders is to focus on active listening. By genuinely hearing and valuing their team members' input, women can build a more inclusive and innovative work environment. This approach not only boosts morale but also encourages diverse perspectives, which can lead to better decision-making. A unique fact is that women leaders are more likely to engage in transformational leadership, which involves inspiring and motivating employees to exceed their own expectations. This style of leadership is highly effective in today's dynamic work environments. By setting a vision and leading with empathy, women can drive their teams to achieve remarkable results. In her book, Lean In, Sheryl Sandberg emphasizes the importance of empathy in leadership. She notes that understanding others' perspectives can lead to more effective and compassionate decision-making. Women can leverage this strength to create a supportive and high-performing team culture.